Friday Night Blitz is sponsored by your local Fairway food store.
Welcome into the Friday Night Blitz. Week 9, the final week of the regular season for Class 5A, 4A, and 3A. But guess what? You also have playoffs starting. 32 teams in the field for 8-player Class A, 1A, and 2A. A lot of exciting games going on. We have 16 games on tap for you on the Friday Night Blitz. A lot of excitement around it. And Colin, you had a great game down there in Winterset tonight.
It certainly felt like playoff atmosphere, and this was still week 9 in this game. I mean, but no, it went down to the final here. Lewis Central and Winterset hosting Lewis Central. It's our Friday Night Blitz game of the week, brought to you by Fairway. And here's some seniors. This is their do-it-all running back there, and then they're going to decide to run me over. John, I thought they were going to turn there.
You know, you got to keep your head on a swivel
over there. They did not
over
turn
there
at all. Lewis Central jumped out early. Nice catch there by their big tight end. And then the running back, Josh Humpel, cleans it up. He gets in the end zone. It's 7-0 early. And then he's going to go at it again. Cleans it up again for another touchdown run. That's 14-0 at that point.
Not looking great there for
Huskies. They say, whoa, hold on now. And they go to their do-it-all running back. That's Dawson Forgy. He's outside and gone. 14-7. The student section, they're getting lit over there in
saw you tweet about that too.
Yeah, they were loud. And then guess who? They just go back to number 1. That's Humpel again. 3 touchdowns in the first half for him. What a night there. But Winterset, listen to the hit on this one. Bam. Hits down inside the 3-yard line. They would score. Then 4th down, they go back to their do-it-all running back again. He converts it. Then we're going quick here. 20 seconds left to go in the first half. They give it back to him again. Nope. It's going to be the quarterback. Dives in. Nope. It's Forgy. He's into the end zone. Touchdown there. It's 28-21. They were looking really, really good there. This game would come down to a 1-point win. It's Lewis Central winning 38-37.
Tough one there for Winterset. All right, thank you, Colin. Another big showdown in Class 4A that could determine some postseason fate. Norwalk at Bondurant-Farrar. These two teams tied in the district standings at 3-1. Indianola is also 3-1. Only 2 are guaranteed a playoff berth. Odd man out likely leans on RPI to get into the field of 16. Keep in mind, Norwalk without their star quarterback. Halfway through the first quarter, Bondurant handing the ball off. Titus Cram, who makes a run down the sideline, juking around the tackle. What an evasive play there. He's going to bring it down to the 20. They will be stopped on 3rd down, miss the field goal. That's tough luck there. Norwalk going to take over, but after a bad snap, Braden Carlson going to be forced to throw it away on 3rd and 17. Carlson under pressure, going to hit Keeler. Rodman, but will be out of reach. Colby Collison going to go to the air to start the drive, connecting with Tyson Barkema, who will be forced out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Nice little find there. Barkema going to do some extra work there. Then Cram get the ball, make a big run down the far sideline, and will finally be taken down at the 5. A horse collar here is going to bring it within a few yards of the end zone. Dangerous tackle there, but then they're going to hand it off to Cram. Right outside he goes, finds the end zone, and Titus Cram feeling it. 7-0 Bondurant. They're going to get the ball back again. Cram, huge hold down the middle, juking a tackle. Just so strong on his feet. Look at him carrying the pile a few extra yards. An extra 20 or so. Then Colby Collison going to go to the corner of the end zone, but will be just out of reach. But guess what? We got some laundry on the sidelines there. That is pass interference. Norwalk comes up with a big stop, though. Bondurant-Farrar will finish with a field goal. 10-0 looking to answer back. Braden Carlson taking to the air. Goes deep, but gets picked off. Barkema right there for it. And Titus Cram, he's going to do all the work from there. Going to punch it right down the heart of that Norwalk defense for another tutty. 17-0 Bondurant-Farrar. At that point, they go on to win this one 23-7. Big win there for Bondurant-Farrar. They only have 1 loss in district play. Colin?
We're going to take a look at some social media posts here, and we're starting out with sunsets in Iowa. I don't think they get much better than this. This is up in Fort Dodge. This is from our man Eric Pratt, who sends this one in. Beautiful, beautiful night. Perfect night for football tonight in Fort Dodge. And then we're going to move on to our next one. This comes out of ADM. This is a pretty awesome story here. This is senior Cale Lockhart. He's got Down syndrome, plays football, wrestling, and baseball. And he's also in the band as well, so he's double timing tonight on Friday nights. He's been with this team throughout his entire school, growing up with this team. This is just what you love to see on the field here is seeing something like this between the two teams, Aydel and Saydel. Aydel would win that game big. We're going to have those highlights. And then we're going to move out to Winterset. We showed you their student section. They were extremely loud, and they have a lot of things to say. They had some chants. I was extremely impressed with the effort from the Winterset student section. Got a little cheerleader action there. Then we're going to move out to one more here. And we're going all the way out to Pella, and that's a beautiful stadium. That's over in Cedar Rapids, Kingston Stadium. Huge stadium over there. So huge stadium over there. Pella taking on Cedar Rapids. Then we're going to move to one more here before we go to break. And this is going to be the seniors at Bondurant-Farrar. Big time win. We just saw those highlights there. Titus Cram looking really good on the field for them, John.
Absolutely, and we'll take a look closer at that 4A field and what we might be looking at for possible matchups a little bit later on in this show. Still to come on the Friday Night Blitz playoffs have started already for 4 of our 7 classes. We'll get you to some of the 1A playoffs, including a game with top-ranked team in the land, Van Meter. That's next. Time now for Play Candidate 1. Colin, take it away.
It's Van Meter. We haven't gotten to their highlight yet, but they had plenty of them. This was one of the big ones from the night. This is Carter Durflinger for the Bulldogs. Gonna weave his way through traffic, hit the B button for the spin move, and then just look at the patience here. Sets up the blocks, and 27 has got some wheels. Durflinger is gone. That would be a huge kick return, and Van Meter would have plenty of highlights tonight. And we're just going to jump right into some of that playoff action as the #1 top dogs, that's Van Meter Bulldogs, they get their playoff run underway tonight against Pleasantville. And we're going to jump right into it. First quarter, Bulldogs with the ball. This is going to be a big pass to Caden Peterson. He puts the first points on the board for Van Meter, and they're going to be hitting that scoreboard a lot tonight. Trojans try to answer back as we see 7-0. Parker Sheets is going to go looking for a pass, but that's just not the place you want to throw it. Picked off by Reese Moore, and he's taking it all the way back. And the crowd, they're loving the defense there. Yep, they really like some defense, and the Bulldogs, they're capitalizing on it. Jack Pettit takes matters into his own hands, dives in the end zone, touchdown, 14-0 Bulldogs as he slides into the end zone. It's 14-0 Bulldogs, get the ball back, and Pettit, this time he's going to flick it to Gannon Archer, and he's gone. Takes it to the house. Look at the strides there for number 7. Good run there for Archer. It's 21-0 at this point. Bulldogs back with the ball again as we finally get to it there. And this is going to be Dalton Van Pelt on the run, and Van Pelt is gone. 6 more points to the board. It's 28-0 at that point. Van Pelt into the end zone. Bulldogs just all over it though. But the Trojans trying to get back in it. They're going to do something that nobody in 1A has been able to do against Van Meter so far this year, and that's put points up on the board on offense. Blayton Niles gone. He's going to take it to the house. He gets in for 6. The Trojans miss the extra point. It's 28-6. And then we're going to catch you up into that kickoff, which we just showed you as our play of the week. And we're going to show it to you one more time here because Carter Derflinger, well, just look at the patience. Spin move, and he's gone. Derflinger, this would make it 35-6 at that point. The Bulldogs, they roll in round 1 of the playoffs by a final score of 77-14. And now we're going to look through the rest of those 1A scores for teams from our area. Emmitsburg loses to South Central Calhoun tonight by his final score of 34-13. And then Sigourney Keota knocks off Durant 34-8, and then Nottoway Valley gets beat by Underwood 49-3. And then a few more games in Class 1A from the area. Kipper Catholic goes down to Western Christian 21-7, and then ACGC knocks out South Hamilton 40-22, and then Pella Christian rolls over Mediapolis by a final score of 42-21.
Alrighty, let's get over to the 2A scoreboard tonight. We had Southeast Valley running away with it against Sheldon 46-7. Southeast Valley has been humming right along all season long. And then you've got Clark Williamsburg blanking the Clark Indians today. Tough one for them, tough way to end the season. Greene County blows by Roland Story 55-14. Let's see what else we've got on tap for you there in 2A. I believe that might be it for all of our 2A squads, Florinda and Earlham as well. I think Earlham got the win. Or sorry, that's Class A. All right, we're going to get into some 8-player action. BGM taking on Martensdale-St. Mary's. It's Jacob Moorer taking the keeper for short yardage. Moorer keeps it again for the long gain. Look at the gut up the middle, and he is good as almost gone. All right, a little premature on the gone part, but he's down at the 3-yard line. Moorer is going to keep it again and hand it off to, or find Jacob Mull for the 2-point conversion as well. Quick little points there. BGM leads 8-0, just like that. Then Martensdale quarterback William Amfar going to pass to Grayson Phillips for a short gain on the next play. Amfar this time handing it off, letting him go to work on the ground. Caden Mullins. Mullins has some wheels to him. Check it out here. Takes the pitch. Fools our camera guy, weaves through the defense, sheds a tackle, and he's in for the score. Look at him just weave all around those BGM tacklers. 2-point conversion, no good. So it's BGM 8-6 still leading MSTM. On the next play, Moore to Mole. Going to check out the short yardage. There's that missed 2-point conversion, but first we're going to go to Moore. I think I've got it right for the short yardage. That's almost picked off there. It's really weird to see the 8-player field on Martensdale-St. Mary's because they're set up for 11-man Colin, but that's all right.
I was wondering why they were.
Moore decides to keep it, gets tackled for the short gain, just short of the goal line after that completion. We've got the score up there for you. High-scoring 8-player action, 74-52. Yeah, it looks like a Big Ten score out there in the basketball game, doesn't it? A lot of scoring, little defense. Who knows? But anyway, let's keep it rolling here. Go ahead and pull up those 8-player scores. Cam 66, East Mill nothing. Exira EHK, they fall to Remsen St. Mary's tonight 48-12. Montezuma squeaking out the win against New London 36-34. A lot closer than a lot of people expected there. Let's keep it going with the 8-player score. Lamoni at Lennox. Lennox, tough team to crack down there, 52-8. The final, Ottoman rolling by Stanton, 55-20. And Newell Fonda for Sharon Lilly up there in the booth, 63-8 over Janesville. That's a big win for the Stangs. Do we have any more 8-player scores out there? Yes, we do. Southeast Warren, tough one against English Valley tonight. They fall 36-15. And Baxter, we knew they were going to be up against it in Fremont Mills. Yeah, they were. 68-38, still a strong season from Rob Luther's Bolts, and you'll see the Bolts helmet right up here on the desk. Class A scores. You got Linville Solely over Highland 40-15. Madrid drops one to Mount Air 34-20. Tough ending there for the Tigers. Mount Air rolling right along. Earlham blanking Belle Plaine 28-0. I thought it was ridiculous. Earlham didn't get home field advantage in this game. Now they'll have to do it again on the road next week. We'll get you all the matchups. Again, the matchups for the next round for these classes come out tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Ogden does fall to Southwest Valley 53-22 as well. So a lot of good games on tap for next week as well. Still more playoffs on the line for the Roosevelt Rough Riders and a handful of other 5A teams. That's next here on Friday Night Blitz. Welcome back in. The top 16 teams in the RPI make the 5A playoffs. Roosevelt right on that bubble. Valley is locked in one way or the other, but for the Rough Riders, they can avoid having to sweat it out with a win tonight. And it was going to be a tough matchup for those Rough Riders. Here come the Valley Tigers. A beautiful night out there. Very fall-like, very perfect football weather for Iowa. There come the Rough Riders. And after a 3-and-out by Roosevelt, first play of the game for Valley, Aiden Price on the jet sweep. Has a hole, makes one man miss, tiptoes the sidelines. That's a house call, 46 yards, Valley up. Jamison Patton now trying to spark some life for the Roosevelt Rough Riders, and he's going to bounce it outside. That's a no-no. Gets met in the backfield. Chase Hutchinson there for the TFL. Riders punt again. 2 plays later, Danny Rankins Jr. watches the white sea of jerseys part. Nothing but daylight. That's a 35-yard sprint to make it 14-zip. And then Valley would get the ball back and go marching again. Mason Morrow with the screen. Fakes it, dart to Cade Gravengode, and he is as good as gone. That's 3 scores on 7 plays, 21-0 Tigers. They cruise from there, 42-7 over the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Alrighty, time now to bounce over to Urbandale. Waukee Northwest there, the Urbandale Jayhawk student section, loving life. Peyton Rottinghouse over the top to Kai Black. Trying to make something happen here before the half. They were down 10-3. Nice completion, but the drive loses some momentum. Rottinghouse looking, nowhere to go. Gets rocked by Isaac Tim. Still 10-3, third quarter now. Northwest looking to create a bigger lead. Rankin's pass tipped. He's picked off by Turner Swick. That would lead to a Rockney Carver field goal from about 20 yards out. 10-6 ball game. Rankin now chucking it up under pressure. Oops. Picked off by Parker Stewart. Stewart doesn't just want the pick. He wants pick and then 6 more. Taking it the other way. That's another house call. 50 yards for the return score. 13-10 Jayhawks. They'd add another field goal in the fourth quarter. Northwest trying to come back. 4th and 1. Rankin on the keeper. Check this out. Has some blockers. Picks it up and then some. Another 4th down. A few plays later. This one a 4th and 5. Great play design. Throwing it back across the field. Brady Grisham, room to work. Big first down. Picks it up, and we're first and goal from there. Rankin dropping. Pumps. Hits Hayden Huntley in the end zone. That's your go-ahead score. PAT was good. 17-16. Wolves go up. And that would be all she wrote. Waukee Northwest 17 over number 3 Urbandale 16. All right, Colin, take it to you.
Dowling here, they're up 31-0 at the start of the second half of this game, and we're going to get right into it after they get on the field. This fourth down. Dowling's going for it. Dante Cataldo passes to Drew Wingate for the first down. Big play there. Then Dante's going to hand it off to C.J. Phillip, and he's in for the touchdown. It's 38-0 at that point, but Waukee gets the ball back, and they're going to run it, and this is Quincy Ferguson forces the fumble. Dowling gets on it, recovered. What a play for the Maroons. And then after Waukee stops Dowling, Garrett Putz hands off to Dalton, and he goes for Waukee's first points of the game. That's a touchdown right there, makes it 38-7. Waukee playing a little defense in the second half. Dowling again gets sacked. Their quarterback, he's near the 10-yard line, and then Quincy Ferguson, he's going to throw it downfield, finds Ben Kamara in the end zone. What a catch! Second touchdown. That's 38-14, but the Maroons hold on and knock off Waukee tonight, 38-14. Now we're going to get over to Johnston and I believe this is Ames.
Yep.
And they're both running onto the field here, and then we're going to see the coin toss. Gotta love the coin toss here. Always a good sign of sportsmanship. And then we got loud cheerleaders. That's everything. And then Ames D gets going early. Phillips Townsend makes the sack, but Johnston's defense answers with a big stop of their own as they force a safety. Dragons up 2-0.
Back-to-back weeks with safeties. What are we?
Baseball 2-0. Adrian Brodus got to work, and he finds Sean Strand for the big gain. Cade Caffery after this big game here. He's going to take the handoff in, and he's in the end zone. That's a touchdown. They add it with a PAT. It's 9-0. This still might be a baseball game, John. Fans, we're all dressed up in Halloween costumes. That's a little scary. And this is a little scary, too, for Johnston. Look at the catch there by Rex Woodley. Another big-time pickup. Brodus, he's going to go to the air again. He finds Jacob Simpson for the long touchdown. What a catch there.
Dime. Into
the end zone. They convert the PAT. Now it's 16-0. The fans, they're loving the celebrations. Everybody's celebrating. Look at that. I mean, I love the kids dressed up. I like the Pope down there, too. Ames answers, though. Dallas Sauser hits Corey Phillips for the touchdown. They failed to convert the two-point conversion. It makes it 16-6 Dragons. And Brodus, he's not done. He airs it out. He finds Mason Cornwell. Cornwell's behind the defense into the end zone. It's 23-6, and it was all Johnston tonight. They win by a final score of 37-19.
All right, let's pick it up now. North Polk taking on Nevada. Things in the third quarter here, 21-0 Nevada. Kason Stevenson goes around the edge for the big gain. Same drive, Stevenson weaving through the linebackers on his way in for the score. Just patient. Preach patience, coaches. Yeah, look at that. Then he finds the corner of the end zone. He's in 28-0 Nevada. The Cubs in complete control. And then later in the third quarter, James Edwards finds Drew Robinson. Robinson taken down on the 1-yard line. Edwards caps the drive with the pass to the tight end Carson Rhodes for the touchdown. Rhodes is as big of a target as you'll find in all of Class 3A. 35-zip Nevada. North Polk struggled on offense. Colton Manick around the edge gets absolutely crushed. All right. Oh, we like ourselves some defense, but that's a rough hit there. 35-0 Nevada gets the win over North Polk. Nice win for them. Colin?
Up next, Southeast Polk. They're going to try to cap off a season with a win and some momentum as well, running into the playoffs. And we're going to catch up here after the break with Binger, right?
Yeah, that's right. We got Southeast Polk next. Candidate of the night, a fun one. We just saw this one from Urbandale. Rankin looking to chuck it. Under pressure there for Waukee Northwest. Picked off by Parker Stewart. Going the other way. And he takes it to the house. A 50-yard return for the score. And it made it 13-10 Jayhawks. They just could not hold on to that lead. But what a pick six that was for Stewart. A lot of fun there. Great game. We'll see Urbandale next week, definitely in round one of the playoffs in Class 5A. Alrighty, thank you for staying with us this week in Week 9. And we're going to head out to Southeast Polk now. That's where Dave Bingham has more from the top team in the RPI. The Rams hosting a lowly Jefferson squad tonight. Dave?
So Week 9, very interesting. Some of the smaller schools actually playing the playoffs. In Week 9, the big schools trying to separate. Southeast Polk knows they're in. Number 1 in the RPI right now, taking on a winless Cedar Rapids Jefferson squad. Beautiful night, getting close to Christmas and Halloween. Santa in the house, the band bringing it, and the Rams looking to play well. Wampa and Daly leading out the crew, and right away they go to the ground game on the first possession. Abu Sama, boy, he's patient, but once he sees open field, he finds it. And get the Rams on the board first here with this touchdown, but a lot of Sama early. The Rams keep feeding him. He's patient in the hole here, hard to find, but then once again, there's the Jets, and he's gone 33 yards. Another touchdown for the Rams. You know what? You just keep giving it to him. Give it to the big fella. Feed the beast. Look at the offensive line mashing holes. Sama comes up a little short here. Sets up a touchdown for Garrison Lundgren, his first of the year. Another touchdown for the Rams, and then the Ram defense playing well. Jeremiah Pfeiffer rolling out, and he is picked off by Zach Phelan. Defense getting in the action. Now Daly on just his second pass here. A little play action, goes up top to Joe Zelinovich. He finds it, takes it in. Rams playing really well. Now Zelinovich decides I'm going to play some quarterback, and he gives it to Yanusi Tabonge. This kid has got some speed, and he's going to take it all the way. Southeast Polk Rams stuck on automatic in the final week of the regular season. And the Rams finished strong, 61-0, your final out here for Southeast Polk, and now they await the pairings. Tomorrow they come out at 9, they'll figure out, they put 4 teams in a pod, and you got to get out of that pod to get to the Dome, and Southeast Polk wants to do that. It's been a great year. Our Dome Dynasty crew doing a great job. Jesse and Bob, I want to thank them, but that's going to do it for the final regular season week. Now we're ready for the playoffs in the big schools. Back to you guys in the studio.
Alrighty, thank you, Binger. Time now to get over to, it looks like we're going to go to ADM Saydel here. And we're going to just start it right off with the handoff up the gut off the left side.
He's fast.
He's really fast. That would be Brevin Dahl, it looks like.
Yep.
He is gone.
He's
just
gone.
like that. That's a house call. ADM scored a lot of touchdowns tonight, so just get used to seeing this. Then they're going to go up over the top. I don't have a number. That would be Lucas Ray with the reception there. Senior there, showing out on senior night. Then Saydel trying to make something happen. That's a pick by Ryan Conrad.
Did he get the feet
What
down?
a play. It looked like he got both down. That's good in the NFL if I've ever seen it. And we're running right at you down into the end zone again. That's Brevin Dahl. Then ADM kicking it off. Let's see if Saydel can make anything out of this. They're going to go right with it. I'll tell you this much. They struggled just a little bit.
Fumble.
Fumble on the play. ADM takes it. That's Gabe Heights keeping it. He'll rumble ahead for the score. Again, a lot of points out there for ADM tonight. And then we're going to go right back to Dahl, who had another touchdown.
Wow.
So we're
Good
just
night
going to
for
go
the
ahead and pull up that final score for you because we're going to get Dahl a lot there. 69-zip, your final ADM over Saydel. We saw the best play of the night, though, from Colin on social media earlier. Go back to the YouTube page or weareiowa.com later on tonight to check that out. Alrighty, in Class 2A, West Marshall has been as solid of a team in 2A as you'd find. Their district might be a little down, but giving up more than 7 points just twice this season, one time against Roland Story, and then in their lone loss to Nevada. The Trojans have made the playoffs 4 straight seasons now, but haven't been to the Dome since 2011. Tonight, their sprint to Cedar Falls starts against Centerville. And we're going to get right to it under the lights. West Marshall on offense. Preston Pope diving up center for the first down. Same drive, Pope. This time, instead of down the middle, he's going to bounce it around the edge. Another big first down pickup. West Marshall living by the run game this year. Then Pope going to cap off the drive, takes the pitch into the end zone just like that. West Marshall leading, fans celebrating. Of course, a lot of excitement around there because Trojans haven't been to the Dome in a long time. Alrighty, Centerville on offense now. Sawyer Wardlow goes to pass, fumbles, recovered by West Marshall for the touchdown. Yeah, fumble, 6.
That's easy.
Add the PAT, 14-0 second quarter. Peyton Hart finding Caden Valinga. That's going to be a first down. Look at him just bowling over dudes. Ain't no thing. Then Hart takes it himself down to the 1-yard line. He's as tough of a quarterback as you'll find this year. He's going to almost beat the defender, just slips him up.
Shoelaces.
Then West Marshall scoring again. Hart on the QB sneak. Give the quarterback some love there. 42-0. West Marshall runs off of Centerville there. Keep in mind they beat Centerville 60-0 a year ago. So big win for West Marshall. They move on.
That's a lot of points. I-35 traveling to Woodward-Granger now. And tonight, it was just the defenses were all over the place. Logan Cassidy for the Roadrunners was key in I-35's offense, though, tonight. There wasn't a whole lot. Woodward-Granger, though, they never let the offense get too far. As you can see, not a whole lot going on. Red zone defense battle for just about every drive. Just nothing happening for the Hawks. Less than 3 minutes to go in the game. Woodward-Granger takes the lead with a rushing touchdown after this play here. We're finally going to get to it. More defense, I think, right here. He's not going anywhere.
Defensive specialist.
I mean, just nobody's moving anywhere.
Zeros
in this one.
In the fourth quarter.
Under 3 minutes to go.
With 2:40 of the play.
Now we're going to see that short touchdown run. That's all you get. A 1-yard just scamper.
Or is it, I call it a pile of dust.
More like a QB sneak. Woodward-Granger would win that game 7-0. John, that was a low-scoring affair. Unfortunately, the Roadrunners can't get on the board there, and the Hawks knock them off 7-0.
They advance. We'll find out who they play as well next week. I'd love to see a nice little matchup with them and just about anybody else in 1A right now because the defense is looking really strong. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about Bondurant-Farrar, touting one of the best rushers in Class 4A. You got a sight of him earlier this evening in our show, Titus Cram. Well, his journey to Bondurant-Farrar is one less traveled. His story next. Welcome back in. Another team on the bubble that has to win tonight, Des Moines Lincoln. The Rails sit at number 15 right now in the RPI. A loss likely sends them home. A win, they're in. But they have to get through Ankeny, a team with just 2 losses on the year. And the Ankeny Hawks will take on Des Moines Lincoln tonight. Let's start it out. I don't know why our teleprompter decided to just not want to function, but that's okay. Opening drive, big run down the middle, Josh Jenkins. However, they get bottled up. On third down, forced to punt, J.J. Cole will get the Hawks off to a fast start after completing a pass to Brady McCullough. Check out the dime over the top. There goes McCullough, who makes a move out to the sideline, and it's a sprint all the way down the field, passing 3 defenders That is reservations for 6. 7-0. Lincoln looks to answer back as Xander Kehoe takes a shot downfield, but the pass nearly gets picked off. Someone's a DB for a reason. I hate to say that, but should have had it. All right, Ankeny with the ball back. Kadolf run the ball down the sideline, picks up a big gain after breaking several tackles, and Ankeny just going to keep on doing that. Kadolf, another run. I don't know if that was Kadolf, but that's okay. McCullough picks up the first down now. Little dime, going to spin it back. He's good to go there. Then Cole completes a beautiful rainbow to find McCullough once again, this time in the end zone, backpedaling. 21-0. Ankeny blanking Des Moines Lincoln tonight. 56-0. Tough one there for the Rails. All right. Playoffs should be in the cards for the Bondurant-Farrar Blue Jays. Actually, they are, and I know that for a fact. That's a good thing for the fans. Not so good for whoever they get in the first round because they're a dynamic team in all 3 phases. One in particular has really stood out.
This is the most complete team that I've had at Bondurant. There's no doubt about that.
The Blue Jays have a stout defense, a quarterback who can chuck it all over, and a couple of talented running backs, including the 3rd best rusher in Class 4A, Titus Cram.
You hear about this kid that in 5th and 6th grade football, like just scoring every time he touches the ball, and that pretty much went on through junior high.
Now a sophomore, and Titus isn't scoring every time, but he's still raking in the points. 19 touchdowns on the year and handling the physicality like it's nothing.
I don't mind getting hit. And so when I know I'm going to get hit and I'm back in reality where I'm not going to get a touchdown every single touch, it's kind of relaxing and fun knowing that I have to trust my teammates, that they do what they do, and even 5 yards is good enough.
To understand who Titus is, though, you have to let him explain his past.
I was 5 when I came over from Africa.
He and his family left the Democratic Republic of Congo for Iowa.
No, it was scary. It was scary, like, I didn't understand anything, of course, because I spoke French.
What he did know, soccer.
Because I was from Africa, right?
Okay.
And soccer is like what we usually just played there the whole time, so I came here and that was just what I was used to.
He still plays for the Jays. Oh, and he has the kicking duties for the football team as well. Titus is already getting college football offers, and more will come, but that doesn't change who he is.
No, I'm going to grow up exactly how I'm supposed to grow up. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it until I get to my age, but I mean, it's exciting, don't get me wrong. I'm excited, but I'm also going to be content.
Just an example of what really stands out about Titus for head coach Zach Fonts.
He's a pretty talented and blessed young man, athletic-wise, but the thing that has always stood out to me is just his character and his heart.
That comes from
my parents.
Yeah.
They taught me to really be who I am.
And that's why an eventual college scholarship means so much.
One of my biggest goals in life was to not have my parents pay for my college, so to have that happen is like a big deal to me.
And we'll know what the playoff games look like tomorrow, 9 a.m., and be sure to keep up with the Blitz as we keep rolling all the way to the Dome for you. Of course, we've got playoff edition starting next week. We're going to cut down to a half hour for the next 2 weeks. Then, of course, Unidome. We're going to give Colin his first experience up there. When we come back, our interview of the night, we'll check in with Binger from Pleasant Hill once again. All right, play candidate number 3. Go ahead, Colin.
It comes from ADM, John. The Tigers, they didn't waste any time getting on the board tonight. And this is sophomore running back, Brevin Dahl. He's got some speed for a sophomore.
Look out, World.
I mean, he's gone. I mean, this sophomore looked really good tonight. I believe he had probably 3-4 touchdowns. We had him in a couple of highlights tonight in that big win, 69-0 win for Saydel over Saydel in that over there in Saydel tonight. So
there you go. Dig it. All righty. Time now to bounce back over to Binger. A lot of excitement, obviously, around Southeast Polk and what they've been able to do. Capping off the season with a big win over Jefferson. Let's get to that interview of the night.
All right, guys, welcome back to our interview of the week. Scotty Fadevon, one of my, when you've done the Blitz as long as we have, almost 2 decades, you have some favorite players, and this guy was very special when he played. We tried to tell some of your players that. They don't believe how good you were, but, man, you could play. What do you think about back in the day? Because, I mean, the Friday Night Blitz was going, and you guys had a good run. What do you remember about playing back?
We talk about it as coaches all the time, and we tell the players it's just a great opportunity to come on Friday nights, play in front of the crowd, play in this type of environment. Going back to when I was playing, that was a long time ago, but it's the same feeling. We tell these guys, the closest way coaches get on the field is being coaches. So it's a great opportunity for these players to get better, have this opportunity. There's nothing better. People love Friday nights around here, and we got to keep this train rolling.
You gave us some good highlights. I'm telling you, my man, you were special. Let's talk about your role, because you have several on this team, and it's a lot of fun. You're working with the running backs. You got special teams. What all are you kind of in charge of? What do you get in trouble for?
I get in trouble a lot of things around here, but I'm in charge of running backs, and I'm a special team coordinator. I coach the kickers and the punters. I kind of do it all. I do the film around here. Whatever that makes this team better, that's what I'm willing to do. That's kind of what I learned growing up, going through this game of football, this great game of football. You understand that it's a team sport, and no one's better than the other, and whatever needs to be done for the team, we do it.
You got kind of something special here this year, but now you're in that playoff mode. What's that like, and what do you think this team needs, and what do your staff have to do to get them ready for next week?
It's always coming down to details. So it's focus on the details offensively, defensively, special teams wise, practice habits, just making sure we're staying on top of our details. This is a great group of guys to be around. We enjoy it every day. Come out and coach. They make it fun. I don't feel like I'm working, and it's just focused on the details as a coaching staff. Also making sure we're ready for the next team, whoever it is.
We had him mic'd up tonight. He did a great job. He had the hot mic, and you do a great job with the kids. They have a lot of fun. Good luck next week. Obviously, we'll be there, and we'll know tomorrow at 9 o'clock, right?
Yep.
All right,
Thank
Coach.
you.
We appreciate it. Hey, send it back to you guys in the studio.
Go Rams.
Binger still looks warm. I mean, seasoned
more energy
veteran.
in him than anybody I know. He's warm constantly.
Seasoned veteran out there. We're going to take a look at some social media tonight. Urbandale. Look at this. This was one of your plays.
This is one of our play candidates. What are they doing?
A different view, but Urbandale, there's a nice interception there. They led 13-10 at that point.
Ours wasn't as grainy.
No, ours was a little bit clearer, I will say that. Northwest would pull off that upset tonight. That was a big one over there. Next, we're going to go to Woodward-Granger, the Hawks. That was a defensive battle at the finish there. 7-0 for that game. Hawks win big time, advance to the round of 16. They're going to find out tomorrow. A lot of people find out their destiny.
Everyone finds out tomorrow.
Everyone's going to be hitting the keyboards tomorrow and hitting the refresh button on the the IHSA website.
Hey, get
tomorrow.
that Alabama stuff out of here.
I knew it was going to slip in at some point. Where are we going next for some more Hawks? They didn't have a whole lot to post tonight for offense, but they made sure. A little 1-yard run. It was a QB sneak. Here in Iowa, we love the QB sneaks. 7-0 there, late score. Then we're going to move over to where are we going next, guys? Tom Hutchinson, Winterset, 35-34. This game was an incredible game. I was out there for the entire first half and caught some really great highlights. It ended 38-37. Lewis Central got a big win over Winterset there, but Winterset looked really good. And, of course, Dawson Forgey looks incredible. I mean, if they can ride him for the playoffs, John, they're going to look really, really good. And if they're able to compete with Lewis Central as well as they did tonight, they're going to do really well. And then I think we've got one more here for our social media minute. We're looking at the Maroons. This is the student section. She's cold. She's not. She's cold. And this guy is really cold. Sleeveless, John.
I don't think he's cold. He's hype.
I mean, he's super happy. I wore sleeves tonight, John. I wore sleeves.
And a jacket.
And the jacket. I did not break out the
It's almost November. It's Iowa. That's how it should be.
It's good. So I think we've got game ball coming up.
Yeah, that's right. We'll get to all of our awards, everything coming up next with game ball and our play of the night. We'll show you which one took it home. That's next. Alrighty, play of the week. I just got a message from Mr. Derflinger out there at Van Meter.
Oh, Lord.
He said this has to be our play of the week. Let's get to it. The Van Meter kick return from Carter Derflinger.
He gone. Here.
Darren.
I love the patience here. I mean,
not only is it patience, he spun out of like three tackles.
And then
he's like, I'm going to cut it. No, I'm not cutting back. No, I'm going to use my speed. No, I'm going to cut it back. Now I'm going to use my speed.
And then I'm going.
And no one's catching me. Get out of here.
He threw a little stiff arm there at the end.
House call. I mean, we know Van Meter can do it in all three phases. And, you know, it's crazy how good they are. Do we have it one more time? I just want to watch it again just for pure enjoyment.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily need to see the kick by Pleasantville, but there's one thing you do.
I mean, I'm hitting the B button on my controller at this point.
Where's hit stick?
3.
Where's hit stick? All right. Yeah, look at him. Just shed tackles left and right. Great game from Carter Derflinger. Van Meter Bulldogs. They move on. Going to be a lot of fun there to see how everything plays out for Class 1A, which is super deep, a lot of parity. And we'll get to that next week in round 2. Alrighty, time now for our Friday Night Blitz game ball, and this is sponsored by Fairway as well. And this one's going to go to Waukee Northwest tonight. It was a big game for them, big upset against Urbandale. They needed that win to lock up a playoff berth, but even more importantly, it was an emotional win for them as their lineman, Cale Winters, is battling 2 blood clots in his lungs. Obviously, a lot of pain having to deal with all of that. He's in the hospital. Had some surgery, so it's sending prayers to that young man certainly, but an emotional win for Waukee Northwest.
When you get emotions like that, a lot of teams can pull around stuff like that, and I mean this was a great example of a team that's going through a hardship with seeing one of their players go down like that, and just pulling a win out when you need it. I mean they needed the win tonight, so that was a big win for
even on some of the turf tape. I saw teammates saying for U77, all that kind of stuff.
It's good to see.
Again, a lot of support, prayers up for that young man, and hopefully speedy recovery and everything turns out all right for him, and he can be back on the football field with his brothers there. All righty, still to come on the Friday Night Blitz, we've got Dome Dynasty, a look back at Southeast Polk and just that run they've been on with some tough games over the last few weeks. That's next. Welcome back in. Southeast Polk has played a lot of tough games this season, but they've held up their end of the deal with a few wins in a row here. Here's a look back at their Week 8 victory.
Champions! We awake! We awake, 20 seconds and we walk. 20 seconds and we walk, and then we get ready to go. Just go out there and have fun, fly around, grind around. Right. Ready.
Here comes the dribble. So the defense has Porter in the backfield with him. Cahill in motion, he gets the carry. Tripped up, falls down at the 16-yard line for another loss.
Good job. How you liking it out there?
Ball spotted right at midfield, left hash, 1st and 10 for the Rams. Fakes the handoff to Sama, fires deep strike down the middle. He's got it. That's Falloon. It's a touchdown, 50-yard strike. Right at midfield. Fake to Sama, quick pass across the middle to Falloon, who makes the catch. Wampa in the backfield out of a wildcat formation. Wampa fakes the handoff to Sama, has running room on the right side, stiff arms a defender, gets by him, upended and driven out of bounds, maybe to the 10-yard line. Daly, rolling right, looking, nobody open, tucks it, keeps it, heading towards the goal line. Is he in? You bet he is. Daly with the 8-yard scamper, the quarterback keeps. 13-0 Rams is your score.
Offense first! Offense first! Offense first! Oklahoma!
Mitchell goes in motion to the right. Daly turns, gives to Sama. Right up the middle. Nice running room, bounces it outside, making people miss. It's a foot race now. Down the sideline he goes, still gaining yardage. Finally pushed out of bounds. Looks like it'll be a 31-yard attempt by Wilson. The kick is up, and it is good.
That way, Steven. Nice job, Steven. That's where we play football.
Smith trying to get something going for the Jags. They start at the 14. It isn't going to be on this play. He's sacked back at the 5. Ball is at the 8-yard line. Smith back to pass under heavy pressure. Forward progress might have kept him out of the end zone. Boy, that was close. Sama, Wampa deep. Just does get it off. Sama's going to have a chance. No, he lets Wampa take this one inside the 40. Making some moves, making some people miss down the sidelines.
Nice jump, one! Doctor! Get over!
Daly hands off to Sama. Nice running room up the middle. A burst of speed and power. Daly on 1st and 10. Gives to Sama. More running on that left side. This time he cuts it back up the middle. Breaking tackles and then dragging defenders. Smith will drop back to pass again, but he's under pressure and brought down by Andrew Harris. That's your ball game, folks.
Congratulations. Good luck, man. Good luck.
They sure didn't have any trouble this week in getting the win. I think it was 66-0.
Yeah, team out of Cedar Rapids. That's
gotcha. Well, they rolled. They rolled tonight over in there in that win. We're going to get to some social media here. This is Waukee Northwest. They had a lot to celebrate tonight. 17-16 win over Urbandale. That was a massive, massive win. And they're right. Up next, playoffs. We're going to talk a little bit about that here in a couple minutes. Then we're going to jump out to Norwalk over at Bondurant. What a pretty setting there. I was out at that field. Really, really nice facility out there in Bondurant. And as we got to hang out with Titus Cram for a day, then we're going to move out to, what's our next one, guys? One more here. Yep, Pella Christian. This is the last one here. Class 1A football playoffs. Pella Christian beat Mediapolis 42-21. Stay tuned into next Friday's matchup. It's going to be a big one, but like we said, tomorrow, big day, 9 a.m. Everyone hitting that refresh button to figure out what they are going to, or who they're going to be playing come next week.
That's right, Colin. And actually, the final RPI rankings are now out. The Iowa High School Athletic Association just put those out on their website. You can go check them out for 5A, 4A, and 3A. If we have time, we'll run through them all when we come back.